What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So there's been a lot of buzz about the Legion Go 2 since the official announcement last Friday, and we knew there would be. A lot of us have been waiting for it. A lot of you guys have been waiting for an official Legion Go 2 announcement. Now, the past couple of days, though, there's been a lot of focus on the fact that Lenovo has come out and kind of defended the pricing of the Legion Go 2 devices, both the Z2 and Z2 Extreme devices, and kind of gives you an idea of their frame of mind and where they're headed with the Go handheld line in the future and what we might expect from them. So we'll take a look at this video cards article talking about this. Again, there's a lot of different articles on it, and we'll see what they're saying, talk about the price a little bit and some other things when it comes to the Go 2. So let's get into it. All right, Lenovo defends Legion Go 2's high-price product aimed at enthusiasts who are willing to invest. Say farewell to $700 gaming handhelds. Lenovo defends high price of Legion Go 2. I don't think we'll say goodbye to all $700 handhelds, but the main product from Lenovo, being their Go device, which we had gotten a couple of years ago, certainly is no longer for a more mass market like the first device was. This is more an enthusiast product. And I think that was pretty clear once we saw the build of this thing and what we thought the price would be. And of course, here coming out to $1350 in the US, and with tax for me, $1439 or so for the pre-order. But Lenovo's second generation Legion Go handheld has been officially introduced with a starting price of $1,100 in the US, going up to $1350 for the Z2 Extreme configuration. The new model is positioned closer to gaming laptops in terms of cost, but Lenovo says the hardware justifies the pricing. In an interview with PC Watch Japan, Lenovo executives explained that the Legion Go 2 uses expensive components, including a high-performance AMD Ryzen Z2 processor, an 8-inch 2K OLED panel with 144Hz refresh rate, detachable controllers, and an ergonomically designed chassis. The Legion Go 2 inevitably comes at a higher price because every component is costly, Lenovo said, adding that the device is aimed squarely at enthusiast gamers who are willing to invest in their hobbies. Now, the one thing about this is some of this is justifying price, but if we're talking price to performance, we already know that a Z2 Extreme is 10 to 20% better than a Z1 Extreme. So the amount of cost of a $699 Go at launch back then for a Z1 Extreme, even with more storage and RAM now, when you're talking about a Z2 Extreme, it's not a great argument in my opinion. Now, the big thing with this, of course, is the large display with the OLED panel and some of the redesigning of the controllers and things like that do, of course, inevitably cost more. Plus, we're just in a world now where right now, things just do cost more, especially in certain areas. But continuing on, the question, Legion Go 2 is priced at €999 in Europe, which is close to a laptop. Do you think users will accept this price? So the answer we get is the Legion Go 2 inevitably comes at a higher price because every component is costly. The high-performance processor, the OLED display, the detachable controllers, they're not designed body. That's why the Legion Go 2 is aimed at enthusiast gamers who are willing to invest in a hobby. These users value customizing hardware and building their own setups, and they will choose such hardware even if it is expensive. It's true that products for enthusiasts may not represent a large market, but we believe it is still an important one for strengthening our brand presence. For those looking for something more affordable, we offer the Legion Go S series. Legion Go S emphasizes an out-of-the-box experience and is also available with Steam OS. So that's what they had to say about that one. And the Legion Go S line that they first have come out with, I've done reviews for all of those versions, and they weren't great as far as either pricing for them, in my opinion, or what we were getting with the Windows versions. And for all of them, they used the same build and build quality. And I had a lot of issues with the Go S build quality. And as a lot of you have too, and have commented on videos or talked about issues with buttons and trackpads breaking and all different things. And I just never really liked the feel of it, which was odd because for me, Lenovo has always had some great build quality, even the original Legion Go. But with the ones they have now, it's not great to fall back on those, in my opinion, and for their price and all that, unless you're catching them on sale. But I do think the ones they're supposed to introduce in January for CES, they do a little bit more with the build quality and change a few things to take care of the issues that people have had with the Go S devices and keep the prices at something that's more mass market. It would explain more why the Legion Go 2, second generation of the Legion Go, is more moving toward an enthusiast crowd, and they're expecting their Go S line to kind of take over and deal with more like the mass market crowd than the people that just want to pick up a less expensive handheld. And that's okay if that's what winds up happening, but they've got to improve the Go S line for me. Otherwise, not a great option, because a couple of years ago when the original Legion Go came out, What I kind of hailed it for was its original $699 price, even though that was at 512 gigabytes, and even the ROG Ally. These companies like ASUS, Lenovo were bringing handhelds, PC handhelds, at least at a much more affordable price than a lot of these other niche companies out there with the Z1 Extreme. And so this was kind of the start of a new market. To see the second generation come out of a main device like that, going to the Go 2, be double or more the price, it does suck, but there's a lot of things that involve even tariffs and all that kind of stuff that are involved in it here. But yeah, ultimately it's obviously a move by Lenovo to make the main product enthusiast based and to try to make the Go S product line more mass market. At least that's what it seems to me just from looking at it. So Lenovo admitted that the market for enthusiast handhelds is relatively small, but emphasized its importance for brand positioning. The company pointed out that these users are used to customizing hardware and building their own setups and will choose premium devices. For buyers looking for the less expensive, they can get the Legion Go S line and blah, 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 SteamOS and all that we were talking about. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Now, I wonder what this will do for Xbox's pricing, which I expect September 25th, I think it is, the Tokyo Game Show, I believe is when we'll hear or get pre-orders or get the actual pricing for this, especially with an October 16th release for that ROG Ally device. And that'll be interesting what they do with that, because even the Legion Go Z2 model here for $1,099, because of the giant OLED display and because of the Z2 Extreme only being 10-20% better as far as raw performance is concerned, although there are other things to consider there. I think, if that device drops at $999, and people are looking at that versus this for $1,099, it's a little bit of pressure on Xbox or Microsoft with only $100 difference for this display when you're talking about the 7-inch IPS that's on the Xbox Ally X and Ally device. So that's an interesting one. I think that's almost more competition for them and kind of pushing their price down than the Z2 Extreme model, because here it's very expensive. So I'd love to see the rumored $899 be true or even less, but I don't know if we'll see that for an AI Z2 Extreme from Xbox. But anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to go through and talk about here. There's a lot to talk about with the pricing, agree with it or disagree, or like the direction of them taking the main Go device to enthusiasts and more making the Go S, it seems like, for more mass market. It does seem like that's what Lenovo is doing and kind of the direction they're going in. So let me know what you guys think about that. This pricing, the Go S line kind of being the fallback for the mass market. It certainly felt different a couple of years ago when the original Go and ROG Ally and stuff came out. And I don't know if I love this direction from these companies right now, but we'll see where it goes over the next year or two and all that. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. As always, thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.